This summer, joy comes by the scoop. From last day of school treats to first dates, ice cream shops are helping you make memories you'll hold on to forever.
Oh my God. Get your ice cream now.
And across the DMV, our local ice cream shops aren't just serving up memories and sweetness, they're building community.
I love this place a lot. It's like fits me well because people are just like me.
This National Ice Cream Day, we're celebrating the sweet treats that are bringing us together. It is time to get uplifted. Thank you for joining me, my sweet friends. I'm Allison Seymour. So Sunday, July 20th was National Ice Cream Day. And we know in this sweltering heat, a scoop of some cold ice cream can really help you cool down. And that sweet taste and that creamy texture can make us feel really good, lift our spirits, and give us an energy boost. The DMV is home to dozens of local ice cream parlors, some brand new, others that have been around for decades. But no matter how long they've been here, they continue to do one thing: serve you. Whether it's through bold and revolutionary flavors or by sprinkling in some smiles and memories. So in honor of National Ice Cream Day, we are diving deep into the deliciously creamy world of ice cream and the contributions of local parlors, making our communities just a little bit sweeter. So before we share some feel-good stories about ice cream or the impact of ice cream shops in our area, we do want to spend the next 3 minutes sharing an important piece of advice. We know many of you will spend time on the National Mall this summer. Some of you may see the dozens of food trucks in the area that start craving a sweet treat for yourself. Look, we're only human. I get it. But before you hand over that credit card, make sure you double check the price. Our Katie Lusso talked to a woman who says that she was charged $88 for 4 cups of ice cream back in April.
How much is it for ice cream here?
Ice cream is $7.
That's what you'd pay at Sam's food truck by the National Mall.
That's like a normal place. Anything up to that is like robbing people.
And robbed is exactly how Melissa Hayes says she feels.
I was pissed.
Sunday, her family went for a bike ride from their home in Arlington to the mall and decided to get some ice cream to cool off.
I said, can I get 4 ice cream cups or 4 ice cream cones, vanilla? And I said, how much is that? And he just turned around and started doing, getting it together.
As he handed her the 4 cups of ice cream, she says she asked again.
I said, and how much was that, sir? And he took my card, and then he started I felt like he was overwhelmed.
She didn't think anything of it. That is, until she saw on her bank statement that they'd been charged $88. That's $22 a cup.
My jaw dropped. It would have to have like a lot of fancy stuff on it for it to be $22.
That is an exorbitant fee, even in a high demand time, even on the National Mall.
Tiffany Crow is the director of the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection. She says about 100 vendors are licensed to operate near the mall. She says they're also required to be upfront with their prices.
And going to the National Mall and visiting a food truck has been part of the culture of that sort of time for a lot of families for many years. And so we want people to be able to continue to do that, but we absolutely want people to recognize that there's a difference between a vendor who is operating within the law and one who is not.
Sam, license in hand, shared this message to bad vendors.
Don't make it difficult for us. Don't rob people. Don't scam people.
As for Hayes, she's spreading the word about what happened.
I just wanted to make people aware, make sure that you're asking the price up front. Get it. Even if they're busy, make sure you're getting that price, make sure you're getting a receipt. I failed to do that, so I kind of, took it as shame on me, lesson learned.
Now, since Katie reported on this story, the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection says they have received dozens of complaints related to vending in the area. And the department says they have already towed and cited dozens of food truck vendors who are breaking the rules. And they say they will continue to do this so that you can enjoy your desserts on the National Mall. All right, well, now we are swirling things up a little bit, getting to the fun stuff. Now, you have no doubt seen or heard of the ice cream shop. Here's the scoop. You'll know by the big cone on Georgia Avenue, but they were named by Yelp as one of the best ice cream shops in the United States for 2025. That is amazing. And they're located on Georgia Avenue right in Northwest DC, just a block away from Howard University's campus. And you're seeing video from when the shop participated in a community event in the district during National Ice Cream Day last year. and they have been a guest here on Get Uplifted before, but we're happy to welcome back to our kitchen Karen Sellers, who owns Here's the Scoop, along with her husband here, and they started back in 2019, sell so many fun ice cream flavors. Some of the ice cream flavors that they feature, okay, cinnamon churro, delicious, rum raisin, that's a good old favorite, which I used to think I was doing some when I was a kid because it had rum in the title. Okay, and also pumpkin cheesecake, and they also make dairy-free flavors, and they serve cookies so you can enjoy an ice cream sandwich. Just do what you want to do in the shop. And joining us now to talk about how they are bringing the community together one scoop at a time are owners and founders Karen and Ernest, this duo, co-owners. Can we say that? Should we say it that
definitely.
way? Okay, and then friend and let's call her sister friend, Harolyn Brown. Harolyn's in the house with us too. So it's good to see you all.
Yes, nice to be here.
Yeah, how's the summer going?
Wonderful, very busy.
Yeah, busy,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so we showed that video from National Ice Cream Day before because you all we don't keep it inside the shop. The love and the community involvement spreads out onto Georgia Avenue and far beyond. Can you talk about why it's important to be in the community and what the shop means to the community?
It's definitely very important because what I have realized from opening up the shop, we have really gotten connected to the community. I've been there mostly all of my life. We provide a positive experience for the community. We're out there with the kids. They come by giving us hugs.
Yeah.
The elders in the community, students from Howard. So it's a very joyous experience for the community.
You know, their staying power, you guys have been open for a minute there on Georgia Avenue. What's the secret to that? Because we see a lot of great companies, shops close, they come and then they close and you're like, what happened? That was my spot. What do you think the secret to your success has been?
I think the secret is basically connecting with the community that we do serve. They call us mom, hey pop, unc, and you know they really feel the positive vibe that we provide.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys see people. Has it been long enough to see students come in as freshmen and then graduate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you
Yes.
talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that, Ernest?
Yes, we have several of our students that actually worked the 4 years with
Oh,
us.
okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we actually had, how many, 5 just
Graduated,
this
so we've lost a lot of our
Yeah.
staff.
Right.
year? So we got to recruit this year.
Okay. Well, you heard it. Bison who are coming into rotation. I know people could use that little part-time job
Yes.
when you're in school. Okay, so talk to me about what you brought today and also about the shop a little bit. Brag on, if people don't know, what they get when they go into Here's a Scoop.
Basically, you get a very happy, positive experience. We have premium ice cream that we get from other local vendors in the area. A lot of them are minority-owned vendors who provide our cakes, cookies, our ice cream, definitely our vegan ice cream, Caju Creamery out of Baltimore. Miss Donna Fay, she provides a lot of our cakes.
Okay.
But they pretty much get a variety of quality treats, and some things are made in-house. We did bring our banana pudding, that is a store favorite. But as far as the ice cream, we do everything with the ice cream, banana splits, brownie sundaes, and we top our peach cobbler with ice cream of your choice.
Now, you know I'm not supposed to be eating sugar, but I have to sample everything. Okay, let's talk about what we're going to put together today. A good old-fashioned banana split, right?
We will do a banana split, but I'm
Okay.
sorry, Miss Harlan just started with the brownie sundae.
Okay.
And we're going to
Brownie
use
sundae.
our Blue Bison, the ice cream that we've named after Howard University.
Oh, I love that so much. The Blue
Yes.
Bison. Okay. What's the most popular thing when you go into the shop? What is, or is it just, you can't even say what it is?
I can't really say, but I will name some top ones.
Okay.
Definitely Blue Bison.
Yeah.
The Howard students
Oh,
have
you gotta
owned
do
that.
it. Right, right.
And definitely our cinnamon churro that we have.
Okay.
And our campfire s'mores, which I did not bring today, and our banana pudding ice cream.
I love
So,
it. You
yeah.
know what? And to also, Karen, it feels like, especially with the banana pudding and clearly the Blue Bison, but it's like a little bit of that culture in there too. Maybe I associate
definitely.
banana pudding with like my grandma's house down in South
Yes.
Carolina, but where does that come from, and why do you feel the need to add a little bit of that, sprinkle a little bit of that culture in?
Yeah, no, I thank you for asking that, because I always say that the desserts that we do carry are not your pretty presentation. They're that gives you that good feeling of when you were at grandma's house and the peach cobbler.
Right.
So a lot of the students, when they come in, they're like, oh my goodness, I haven't had peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream since my grandmother, you know.
Carolyn, don't be pushing over this. This is so pretty. Okay, where's the camera? I know it's up here and it shoots down. If I put it right here, maybe it'll get a little bit of how that looks.
Split.
Is it in the right spot?
Put this on there?
Isn't
You
that
wanna
so
put it on there?
pretty?
Bring it out.
The blue, there's the camera, the blue bison. Okay, I think we have time to put together a
One more.
banana split. So, yeah, you know, I've had a banana split like once in my life because it seemed just so very decadent. But isn't it a cute little date thing to do?
Yes, it
Your
is.
sweetheart, you share it.
And we call our banana splits the non-traditional. So they
Okay.
get to choose their own ice cream,
Right,
whatever
not just
flavor.
vanilla, strawberry, chocolate.
Correct, yes. So,
Okay.
And they top them off with everything, whatever they choose to. And you're right. One thing I will say with Here's the Scoop, we have a lot of people who have invited us to weddings because they said that their first date was at Here's the Scoop. So I just like that
that's so
connection.
Cute. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the 3 scoops. We had the banana. Now here come the sprinkles. This is such, you know, my first job was at, I won't say the name of the ice cream shop, but they had 31 flavors. And it was nothing as creative as this. So look, go shop local. Get your local scoop from Here's the Scoop. What's the address on Georgia Avenue again, specifically?
2824 Georgia Avenue.
Okay, and catering as well, right? This
Yes,
is
we
this is
do.
what'll
Catering
come
as
to
well.
your location. I don't know
Absolutely.
if you can see it, but it's a cute little old-timey ice cream
Yes.
cart.
And it stays cold.
And it stays, it's cold right now?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. All righty, so here's the finished product. I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing your goodies with us. Go and visit the shop. Summertime is really busy, right? But you serve all year round, right?
We serve all year
Okay,
round.
so don't be afraid to go in for a little fall. Is there a special pumpkin for fall or?
Yeah, so we bring apple pie, pumpkin cheesecake,
Okay.
all of those flavors out.
Let me make sure that's here because so the
Oops,
camera gets
it
this
may
before we
fall.
go. Oh, I hope it doesn't fall into
it's
my
leaning.
hand.
It's on the side.
Just do it this way. Okay, thank you all so much
Yep.
for coming in. This is going to be mine. This is going to be mine. Okay, thank you thank you
the
for
boat.
coming in. We appreciate you all.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see you at Here's the Scoop.
Yes.
On Georgia Avenue, right up the street from Howard University.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
And we want to highlight another popular ice cream shop that we guarantee will transport you with their always changing flavors. Some of Mount Desert Island's coolest flavor destinations include India, Norway, and Japan. Their Indian ice cream is called kulfi, and it's made with pistachios, honey, fragrant cardamom, and a touch of saffron, also a hint of almond. Their Icelandic-inspired ice cream is called salmiakki, and it's basically a salty licorice. And their Ode to Japan features a cherry blossom-inspired ice cream. And we know that must have been super popular back in March and April during cherry blossom season. Now, they also make desserts based in our local news, holidays, and sports teams. Take a look at your screen. They sold these limited edition ice cream sandwiches when our Washington Capitol superstar Alex Ovechkin broke the record for the scoring the most goals in NHL history. Isn't that cute? Like a puck right there. It's black cocoa cookies. They were designed to look like hockey pucks and sandwiched in between chocolate ice cream swirled with pistachio praline. Sound appealing? And I know it looks good too. Well, then head to Mount Desert Island. It's along Mount Pleasant Strip, the Mount Pleasant Strip in Northwest DC. So let's shift our attention now to another creamy treat. Now we're talking about gelato, and Patango is a gelato chain in our area. They currently have 7 stores in the DMV, including 3 in DC, in Penn Quarter, Adams Morgan, and at the Wharf, and another arriving on 14th Street later this year. And also 5 across Baltimore, Maryland, and Reston, and Alexandria, those stores, of course, in Virginia. So they're known for making their gelato with the freshest milk possible. In fact, it comes from a family farm just outside of Baltimore who has a herd of grass-fed cows. Yep, that's how organic it is. And they also churn their own products right in-house. They don't use any artificial colorings, flavorings, or preservatives. And the founder, Noah Dan, says that he was inspired to start this venture after spending his childhood in Italy. But joining us now to talk more about all the goodness at Patango and its impact across the DMV is CEO Dinah Benger. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's start with the basics. You have ice cream and you have gelato.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Great question, Allison. So gelato actually means ice cream in Italian, but there is a difference between the two. Gelato has less fat It is also has a smoother texture, it's denser, and a more intense flavor.
Okay, I love that. And so what you're saying is I can eat that if I'm trying to watch my weight.
That's
Okay,
right.
That's
yes.
what I heard anyway. Talk about the different locations, because what a success story. You're in all parts of the DMV, and tell us about it. And also outreach in Baltimore too,
Yes.
with the partnership there. Tell us all about it.
So, so Noah, my partner, founded the company in 2006. He spent the first year creating the product and looking for his first location, which was in Baltimore City.
Okay.
And then grew organically from there, and then expanded to DC after that. So we have just slowly grown organically over the past almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
And we're now expanding through franchising throughout the East
That's
Coast.
exciting.
Thank
Okay,
you.
That's very exciting. So we talked about, locally sourced, and we talked about organic.
Yes.
You don't have to be. So why?
Right. Well, for a couple reasons. We find that we think the flavor tastes better when you start with organic grass-fed milk. We also like to know where our ingredients come from. We do source our nuts and chocolate from Italy, but our milk, cream, and all of our fruits for our sorbet are local, certainly the fruits when we're able to.
Right. I love that. Okay, so now you're in all different places, and as we know, what makes the area great, I think, is that each has its distinct feel and flavor and all that. So if you can just tell us about the impact that you see, even in one or two locations, what it means for the community that you're there.
Sure. The first thing is that we hope that we're helping people make memories and spread joy by having a nice treat. We also love to be involved in the community, especially with children and youth groups. So in June, we did a fundraiser and donated a portion of our sales to Smile DC from our Fior di Latte gelato, which is called Flower of Milk in honor of Harvey Milk's legacy.
Okay, see, this is what the impact, delicious and impactful. What'd you bring before we let you go? What do you have?
So we brought 3 gelatos. We have gianduja, which is chocolate hazelnut, and these are hazelnuts and chocolate imported from Italy.
Okay, taste that. I'm doing my job. Okay.
And then stracciatella, which is one of our top selling flavors. It's vanilla chocolate chip.
Okay.
And again, this is made with.
You can really taste the hazelnut.
Yes.
Okay, that is really okay.
And that's made with single origin chocolate, also imported from Italy.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And then this is our cafe espresso flavor, which happens to be my favorite flavor.
Okay, let me cleanse my palate. Okay, done. Okay.
It's got grinds of espresso in it. And then this is a single.
Man, Dinah, that's like, yes, punch.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're a coffee lover,
yeah.
that's a good flavor
And I
for
am.
you.
I can taste that delicious espresso.
Then we also have 10 vegan flavors at any given time in our stores. And so this is our vegan chocolate sorbet.
Okay, so no dairy at all.
Correct.
You still get the flavor. That chocolate really kicks in at the
Yes.
end. Really rich.
Yeah, thank you.
Really rich.
Yes.
Like dark chocolate.
Dark
delicious,
chocolate,
rich.
right. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
great for people who love chocolate but can't have dairy.
And dark chocolate is better for you, so.
And then
Okay.
this is our mojito sorbet, which is very refreshing in the summer.
Did you say mojito?
Mojito. It's lime with fresh mint added in.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
That's really nice. That's like perfect brunch.
Yes.
A brunch dessert. Okay, so when you go to the ice cream, excuse me, pardon me, Cardinal Scent, the gelato shops around the area, they're also packaged goods, right?
That's right.
Okay.
We have a line of 5 Italian cookies, like biscottis, chocolate biscotti, and almond cookies over here. We sell in all of our stores. We make them in our Baltimore bakery from scratch. Again, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors.
Okay.
And then we also sell our packaged coffee in stores. This is a partnership we have with local roaster Vigilante, which is out of Hyattsville, Maryland. And we've developed custom blends with them for our espresso, our drip coffee, and our cold brew.
Come and visit any of the locations. I looked you up because I wanted to make sure that I had the pronouncer correct. So for Pitango,
Yes.
and so you can clearly find any of the locations online. Is there a good place to go for any community events? Is there a website that you can pass along, or Instagram or anything?
We put everything on our Instagram, which is
Okay.
at Pitango Gelato.
Okay. Donna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. So the next ice cream chain started in New York but has a store in Northwest DC. It's the ideal ice cream shop if you are over 21 and craving some ice cream with a little, liquid courage in the ice cream. You may have heard of Tipsy Scoop. It's located in Penn Quarter. The shop sells booze-infused ice cream, including vanilla, bean bourbon, cake batter, vodka martini, mango margarita sorbet, and tequila hot chocolate ice cream. And some of these unique flavors pay homage to DC as well. They did so during a cherry blossom season.
I love this place a lot. It's like fits me well because people are just like me.
Just like her. Coming up, how an ice cream shop in Falls Church is bringing together an underrepresented group in our community. Welcome back in. Well, sometimes something as simple as a spice can remind you of your roots or the native country that you call home. And we know the DMV is home to dozens of ethnicities, so it's why our foodie scene is so strong and unique. And our dessert scene, well, it's starting to highlight our rich diversity as well, thanks in part to ice cream shops like Sugar and Ice. And this shop is located in Silver Spring. It blends African flavors into sweet treats. Take a look at your screen. These are some of the desserts that you can get there. All of them just look so delicious, but don't just take my word for it. Listen to this customer share her experience.
What is this? Sugar and ice. Oh my God. Get your ice cream now. Okay? 8200 Dixon. 10 out of 10. Okay?
You heard it, 10 out of 10. Sugar and Ice is also making an impact in the community by hosting events like ice cream making classes. This one was for the kiddos, and it looks like they are having a ball. So joining me now to talk about her journey is Sugar and Ice founder Ndidi Amaka Agu. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
When I heard about this is so unique, it's so special, yes. It's so DMV.
Yes.
Okay, but tell us about why you started Sugar and Ice.
So I am born and raised in New York. I'm a Nigerian American, and growing up in New York especially, you get the cultures of all of Africa and you get their communities. So you get the food, you get the traditions, you get the songs, the music. So coming here, I moved here about 6 years ago, and I was like, okay, I see the people, but I'm not seeing as much as the community. And I was like, there's something that's missing, and I wanted to be able to create an African item, African product in the most American way, which was dessert and ice cream. Yes. So most people hear African ice cream, they're like, what's that? And it's like, I'm taking the resources, taking those stories, taking parts of their home so those who have migrated here can still have a piece of their home in their freezer.
So what are some of the flavors? How do you incorporate the different countries into the ice cream?
So our #1 flavor is tea and bread.
Okay.
And that honestly came from an experience that I've had. So although when we're home in New York, in our house, we're in Nigeria. Outside in school, it's like we're in America.
Okay.
So growing up, we visited Nigeria, and one of the mornings we finished morning prayer with our family, came downstairs, my cousins got this sweet butter bread called agege bread, brought it over, we put some butter on it and got some Lipton tea, some milk, some sugar, made it sweet, and then dipped that bread into the tea.
Okay.
And the taste of that is like the tea and bread. So people tried it and they're like, this reminds me of home. Then I have other options like nebadai. So my mother actually has a food product business called with Moringa. And that essentially where she got it from was from Senegal. And they call it nebadai, so like never die, it's a miracle tree. So I was like, okay, well, exactly.
Yes. Okay, got you.
So adding that is like, okay, mother-daughter, like let me put this together and bring the old generation and the new generation. So people come there and they see themselves and they're just like, I remember eating this growing up, snacks, even street food, and turning it into ice cream flavors.
That's just incredible. Okay, so how many flavors are there?
Oh, so we have 8 flavors at a time.
Okay.
6 of them are just our staple, our base flavors, and then we have 2 that are rotating.
Okay.
So trying my best to get through 54 as soon as possible.
That's hard, right? Okay. What about any? You hit on like the treat that you have, but any other spices? We're looking at some different things. I'm not sure on the screen, but what kind of spices do you use?
So I actually have a spicy chocolate flavor.
Okay.
And most people are like, oh, is that really spicy? And we offer samples. So if people come in, they'll try the spicy ice cream. And it's actual red peppers that we get from Nigeria, like in the market. And it's the flavor profile is similar to like cayenne pepper.
Okay.
So they'll have it, they'll eat it, and at first they're like, this is just chocolate. You have the rich chocolate, we use real cocoa. And then as you swallow it, it's like science.
Yeah.
As you swallow it, the spice just
y'all.
right.
Okay.
It really is. And the spice opens up and it literally kicks you in the throat.
Yes.
So like I use actual spices.
Okay.
I don't tone it down. I try to make it as African as possible.
Right.
So you get the authenticity from that. And they'll like, okay, I've traveled, I've taken a plane and I've gone to those countries.
So what's the conversation like in the shop?
The conversation's hilarious. So I come in and I always know at least 1 to 2 people I'm going to speak to, and they're going to tell me about their childhood.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the goal of this.
And they probably want flavors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They come and they're like, I don't see my country. I don't see my country. And I'm like, Sue, tell me your story.
Yeah.
This is the moment. Tell me what it is that you want to see, because I want to make sure that you feel heard and you're seen in this shop.
Wow.
So they come in, they tell me their stories. They tell me, oh, I just traveled there last month. Or I know someone. Or like, this is what I grew up eating.
Right.
So the stories are endless, honestly.
That is
It
beautiful.
is beautiful.
That is beautiful. Okay, so what's next for Sugar and Ice and all that good
so
stuff?
many things, many things, from going from just the shop to doing pints, getting to stores, shipping, and then we have a lot of community events. So one thing that I love about this concept in general is that it's more than ice cream. So I'm in the lane of ice cream, but it's like, I want to infiltrate all the industries. So we have things from artists who are creating artist pieces for us, and then using those graphics to do a pop-up in New York. So going back to New York as a homecoming. And then I also have like a women's conference coming up, Sweet Bloom, August 9th. The Little Sugars that we showed earlier, doing adult classes. Because the adults are jealous of the kids.
Oh, sure. We
so
wanna have
doing,
fun.
doing adult classes.
Right.
I have collaborations with even like florists who are doing flower bouquets, and there's a special product launch that we're doing with Pea Candy. So they do gourmet pecans, and they're located here in the DMV, and we'll be creating a whole new flavor that's going to incorporate her mind, my mind, and create something new.
So perfect.
So many things. Like people can just definitely follow us on at Sugar and Ice.
Okay, Sugar and Ice.
SHUGAXICE.
Okay, I love it.
And follow us and find out more about the other events.
And Dee Dee, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to visiting the shop. Give the exact address again.
Yes, 8200 Dixon Avenue, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay, we'll see you there.
Thank you. I hope to see you there.
Well, before we go, we want to highlight the heartwarming mission behind a popular ice cream shop in Falls Church, Virginia. You may have heard of Jake's Ice Cream. It employs dozens of people with disabilities. Now, we know this is a huge win because being labeled as disabled usually prevents people from getting a job and earning that fair wage. We stopped by Jake's Ice Cream Shop in 2022 and spoke to the owner, a retired optometrist, about why she decided to do this. Here's Robin.
Did this because I have a 29-year-old nephew with cerebral palsy who had a job for 8 years. And when COVID hit, there were 17 other people with disabilities working in the business that he was working in, and all 18 of these kids were basically let go over COVID. They've since been hired back, but it aggravated me more than you can imagine that he had no job for the better part of 2 years. So in the middle of all of this, not even knowing if they were going to bring these kids back, I talked to my brother and I said, you know, we've been very fortunate. I said, we need to open up a business that nobody can take away from him or people like him. Now, my postdoc is in pediatrics and developmental work, and so I have worked with people in the disabilities community my entire career for 44.5 years. And so when I decided to open the ice cream parlor, the first 11 employees that I have here came right out of my patient population.
And this is certainly making a positive impact on those employees.
I love this place a lot. It's like fits me well because people are just like me.
For people with intellectual disabilities, jobs are very few and far between, and in our society, it's the job that really gives you a sense of purpose.
I couldn't ask for better employees. I really could not.
We know sometimes our allergies prevent us from indulging in things that we want to indulge in, like ice cream. So Jake's Ice Cream Shop is making sure that no customer feels left out. They have a whole counter dedicated to ice cream with nuts, and workers use separate ice cream scoopers so there's no cross-contamination. They have thought of everything. Well, thank you so much for joining me. We hope that these stories inspired you to make a difference in your own way. And I want to continue to share stories that uplift you. You can email us at getuplifted@WUSA9.com. Reach out to me on X, Instagram, Facebook, or our Get Up DC social pages. Join the conversation by using the hashtag GetUpDC. And you can get your daily dose of Get Uplifted every morning at 5 on Get Up DC. And you can also find these stories on our website and YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Stay uplifted.